With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we start Week 9 with a prime-time matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Runs over it. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The Ravens now at 2-5 to start play. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And the Browns are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. They run again with Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Shoves him aside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Chubb will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And Hunt is not going to get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Right side. There's Likely with it.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll make it second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson, and pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Patrick Queen. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough.
It's fourth down. Cade York on now for the field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive?
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
They run again on first down. Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. Watson. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Tackle by Jordan Elliott.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Beckham.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
One more time with Dobbins.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
And they'll accept that penalty. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Taken in at the 3.
So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. The 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
13.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Browns drive about to get started. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tyus Bowser blowing that play up.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. 23 yards the pickup there. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Extra. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
John Johnson with the INT.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Cassidy, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
After the interception, here's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku.
He's got room at the 30.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed.
It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is...
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Jacobs going to try the middle. And some room to roam now. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Josh Jacobs, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Watson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly what they like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He's got the 1st down and more than that.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st down, it's Watson. That one is caught by Hunt. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
74 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a 1st down as well.
Hey, you gotta snap it, you gotta snap it.
Here's Watson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Malik Harrison
Came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock, with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there were